everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Candlestick, and today I am playing Crystal Everlight, who has just been returning from Villestown, helping out with the aberration investigation for a little while from a break from those who will not be named, but actually very soon will be named. So would my absolutely wonderful partner in crimes today like to introduce themselves?
Partner in crimes indeed. Hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, good evening. My name is GPK DWP. I am this server's I am the local soundboard of the server. I'm trying out different locals and soundboard seems to be working okay for the moment, so I'm sticking with that. I mean, you kind of probably know who I'm going to be playing in relation to Crystal Everlight. It's usually going to be they usually have three heads. They're usually rather tall, and they usually cause problems by accident, sometimes on purpose, but mostly by accident for her. Eeny, Miny, and Mo, who are going to be here today. Yeah. I'll probably let Handle take it away. And what's going on with Crystal at the moment?
So yeah, like I said, she had been in Villestown, and she had gone to ostensibly help out with the aberrations case, but really it was just more of a chance to get away for a while, maybe see if she could get some more research done while she was over there, and do some good while she was at it. It went fine, I think.
What about that?
Um, I I'm a little worried about that, but I'm gonna leave it for now.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna actually roll to see how well her research went around the stuff that was going on there. And I'm just gonna roll a flat d20, I think.
Cool. Ooh,
Okay, it actually went pretty well. I'm guessing that she was splitting her time a little bit between investigating a bit with the aberrations once she was finally not in the field with that, and her research in general, and actually apparently got a fair amount done in that time. So I'd actually say she's in a pretty good mood at the moment coming back to Toontown.
nice.
And that she's probably completely forgotten why she left in the first place.
Oh, don't you love it when you leave town on like a nice vacation to go and just solve a nice little, not a murder, but a nice little investigation. You take a nice little investigative break away from home. You completely forget that there was even a problem in the first place, and then you come back and then you roll perception, and then you roll with perception.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
And I'm not gonna roll that.
I absolutely love how much of a difference there is between the modifiers on her investigation and perceptions. Oh, okay, but she's paying attention today.
Okay. Hey, Crystal, you're coming up to coming up to your apartment building, and you hear a crash from somewhere. Now, the thing is, you do live in a college dorm, so this could be almost anyone in there. I mean, it's a college dorm, like there's all sorts of shenanigans that go on in a college, especially in a Toonkind college. Can you imagine the kind of nonsense they got up to? But this particular noise is one you are unfortunately quite familiar with. It is the sound of a crash bang whoop noise, and you hear a hey, come on lads, just one more time, come on, we got this. I'm really sorry. You know who that is. I'm so sorry.
Oh, does she? I imagine she started having nightmares of that voice or voices.
Okay, hang on a second. Or something.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so that's what you hear.
There's just this dot followed by oh god, and she is sprinting. And I'm going to roll her in athletics because it's funny.
Please do.
Okay, not too bad.
It's
She
winded.
does get a little bit winded by the stairs, so she's definitely out of breath by the time she just gets to her door. I don't know whether it's unlocked currently, but yeah, once it's unlocked, it just slams open.
Okay, do you want to roll me another perception, please? Because I think you're probably, yeah. Oh, Kate's
Yep,
yawning.
definitely. Also, hi, Smell.
Hello,
Welcome
Smell.
to our FES.
Sorry about that. I had someone come in and I had to chat quickly. Yes,
Nah,
sorry.
you're
So
all good.
that was a perception, wasn't it?
That's a 16. Not quite as good as the 21 she rolled before, but still not bad.
No. Congratulations. You recognise this is still your apartment. This is definitely still your apartment because you recognise, despite the fact that the nice sofa you had has now been upended, the cushions are all on the floor. There is what can only be described as you can't describe this as anything else. There's a nest in the corner of the room. It's just loads of blankets. There's some pillows and like blankets and cushions from the sofa, and probably some other places that you don't recognise. You don't recognise a very strange polka dot pattern blanket. You don't recognise that, and
Mm-hmm.
there is a load of just what you can only describe as junk covering the floor. It's shored up against the walls as if someone has pushed it against the walls. But unfortunately, the pile has apparently become so large it has toppled over itself back onto the floor. As a wave crashes upon a cliff shore, it just kind of backs into the middle of the room. You also see there is like where is Crystal's keyboard?
It would have been up against the wall near the window, I think.
Okay, you do notice that it's really kind of weird. There's just a weird, very clean semicircle around that keyboard. Like that. That is just, it's weird. It's almost like someone has drawn a chalk line around the floor, like a do not cross line, and the line has not been crossed. There is a lot of rubbish and just gunk strewn across the floor near it, but not a single part, not a single little bit of it has crossed the threshold towards your keyboard and that window. Um, you
Oh.
you do notice your bookcase appears to have been touched, but you can't quite tell from here what exactly is going on with that. You also you have an open plan, so you have like you don't have a door to your kitchen, do you? Your kitchen's just open.
No, the kitchen is just like there's like the like half wall that sort of separates it from the rest of the lounge room, I would imagine.
Cool. Okay. You hear a very strange noise coming from there, and you smell a very strange smell coming from there. Don't worry about it. It's probably fine.
Does it smell like burning?
No, actually, it
All right,
smells.
then she can unpack that later.
You do notice with that, it's kind of hard not to notice them. You notice them immediately. They are crouched on the floor, and they do have what appears to be three strange. No, sorry, not three. They have four strange looking boxes near them. You don't quite know what that's about. And all three heads you're very familiar with appear to be head deep in this one box. And you just hear like ruffling and out the way, Miney. I'm trying to get to. You move out the way. I'm trying to reach this. Oh, I think I found it. Hang on, come on. And I'm gonna roll another thing. See how well they do. Okay, cool. So you kind of hear like a whoop, whoop, whoop noise, like something is trying to be tugged, and you see them just sort of crouching and pushing, crouching and pushing, crouching and pushing themselves out of this box, and with a they kind of just pulling themselves out of this box, and a bundle comes flying out towards you.
Oh, do I need to make a deck save?
You can make a deck save if you'd like.
If it's flying towards her, then I think she will.
Go for it. Now, I've got to say, is this a deck save to dodge it or to catch it?
It would have been to dodge it, I think.
Cool. Okay, with the 16, there, you dodge it, definitely. It probably just like thunks just over your head as you duck down, and you hear like a you hear the sound of something unrolling behind you. And I'm gonna roll perception, because wouldn't it be funny if they didn't know you were here still?
That would be nope.
No, they know for sure. As they pull their heads out, you hear, well, that's one of four down.
Oh,
I think we're doing pretty well. That's yeah. I think we gonna get this sorted before she gets home, don't you think? Oh, absolutely. By the time she gets home, she won't even notice there's a difference. Oh, absolutely. I think it's gonna. And they're gonna turn around and they're gonna see you. And
okay. Just a little note. That was her whiz save.
Oh no! Can I roll an insight? I need to roll
you,
an insight because they need
you
to
can
know
roll an insight.
how deep in the dirt are they. It's 12.
I think it's pretty clear on her face.
Okay, so I've got to roll one more thing now. Come on, lads. Nat one. Oh, baby, that's what I like to see. They turn around, they see you, and they're all smiles, and then they see you, and you are clearly not very happy, Crystal. And they freeze, and they say, they go, Crystal, hello, welcome home. We weren't expecting you so soon. Oh man, it's so good to see you. Oh man, Crystal, it's really good to have you back. And you hear like a hang on, I've got to roll something.
I think that it's probably a good thing that she's still kind of shocked at the moment. She is very speechless. She's currently not computing what is in front of her, and that's probably all that's saving you guys at the moment.
Oh god. Okay, so Mo has rolled Hammer's face. He's dug his head into the ruff around his neck. You hear a little rumble, rumble, rumble noise, chinkle, 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 and he comes out, and you see something in his mouth, and you hear a and a little bit of confetti comes out as this little like party popper comes out of his mouth. And actually, let me just check something very quickly. I need to see if they can do this. If not, give me a moment. I should have checked my spells before I did this, but oh well. I don't. No, they can't do that. Oh well. Never mind. Anyway, so basically, Mo reaches into his ruff. He pulls out this party popper, and he just goes, Rise!
Just what have you done to my apartment?
As you say that, you hear a come from your kitchen. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Eeny, miny, and mo pointedly do not look in that direction.
She's just what? Answers now.
Answers. answers, right? Yes, answers. Well, you see, the thing is, well, we needed to find. Well, we thought it. You said we could stay here. Yes, you did say we could stay here. You did say we could stay here, and well, we weren't here all the time, mind you. Yeah, no, we weren't here all the time. We didn't, we didn't just, move in. It would be really something else, wouldn't it, fellas? The blanket honestly chuckle.
She's just like reaching up and like doing the like fingers on the bridge of her nose underneath her glasses, and she's just like, all right, never mind. What was I thinking? Getting a straight answer. And she's like, you are helping me clean it up now.
No, we were going to do that before you got home. Yeah, you were home way sooner than we expected. We thought you'd be gone a little longer, you see, and, well, obviously you would have cleaned all this up before you got home. Yeah, no, we'll do. In fact, you know what? And they are going to very quickly turn on their heel, and they are going to rummage through the blanket part. Actually, you know what? I need to roll something. I need to roll acrobatics. Or athletic. No, they're going to roll athletics because they need to get across the crap that's on the floor.
Oh, should I roll an athletics for
If you want to make your way
Crystal?
through the rubbish on the floor, they do it fine because apparently they've been living with it long enough. They just know exactly where to step. And they just Crystal, honey, oh honey. Honestly, I will say with an 11, you basically almost trip on the thing that almost hit you on the way in, which was like a piece of paper, like some kind of scroll or something. You don't really know. It's something that came out of the chest. Certain, you almost trip on that, but you do save yourself. And it takes you a while, but you do very carefully. Make your way through this stuff wherever you're going.
Yeah, I'm not even sure she knows because she's like, all right, like fix it mode, and then just like, oh god, there is so much stuff. Where do I even begin? Also, I think it would be funny, because there is a calendar on the wall.
Yeah.
Have Eenie and Miney Mo realized that she has actually arrived back on the day that was circled on the calendar?
First of all, I need to see if they even recognise there was a calendar in here, which they do. Cool. And then I'd need to make a history check, which they have. Oh, just a flat bonus. Oh, please, lads. That's a 7. I would say they might have remembered you were coming back within the week, but they thought maybe it was later in the week. Not the day on there. And they didn't bother to check because maybe there was just so much junk and it's just sort of kind of knocked in the way of the calendar. They couldn't find the calendar again. They was like, yeah, it'd be fine.
Oh yeah. The calendar got knocked off the wall and it's now somewhere amongst the junk.
It is amongst the junk. I will say if you don't know where to go, things you did notice, there is actually a clear spot, a semi-clearish spot in the middle of the floor where Eenie, Miny and Mo were, where there's one opened like wooden crate, and then there's like 2 little treasure chests of some description, and then like another little box. You noticed the bookcase against the wall. There's something up with that, and then there's the kitchen, and then there is obviously your keyboard's been untouched. And I forgot to mention, but your bedroom door is closed.
Okay. Well, small mercies, I suppose. She's I'm gonna roll a d3 to see what she tackles first.
Cool.
1 for center, 2 for kitchen, 3 for bookshelf, I think. All right, center it is.
Cool. Okay, right, you've made your way to the center, and while you're doing that, you hear like which is not a noise you should really be hearing for a pile of like blankets and stuff. And you basically you hear them say, "Oh, hang on," and you have something just kind of next to you, and Eenie Money Mo have basically plopped down a bunch of pillows and some of the blankets from the nest, which looks a little smaller but no less no less impressive in size. It's a big pecking nest. You did not know you owned enough like linen and cloth and soft things for this nest to be made, and you suspect you don't actually own this much
Mm.
cloth and linen. You can make an investigation on that if you'd like, or a perception.
Yeah, I might actually do an investigation on that. Ooh.
Okay, Crystal. Crystal. That's definitely okay. They definitely use stuff from like the sofa, and you think that's one of your curtains in there for sure. You don't know how you missed this, but one of your curtains is from the window is missing, and that's some of your bed sheets, which you know you keep in your room, and you think, oh, hang on, that's some of are those your clothes? Have they used your clothes? Have they used your clothes? The nest that
Oh
blanket,
God.
you don't know where that came from, but that's definitely not yours. You do not recognise that blue drape. Like, that is never something you would have worn. Whose is that? What stuff is this? Why are they? How did they get this? But anyway, they basically drop some more blankets and pillows next to you. Don't worry about that stuff. And they say, right, you just sit there. We'll make you a cup of tea, and then we'll clear all this mess up. And they're going to just kind of step around you, and I'm gonna make another acrobatics roll, and they're gonna make their way towards the kitchen.
Do they dump the pillows and blankets on top of her by any chance?
No, I was gonna say it was just gonna be next to her, but heck it, yeah, they go on top. Oh man. Okay, they're on the 12 to get to the kitchen, and that's probably because they're kind of approaching it with some caution.
Oh.
They're taking their time, basically. They know where to step, but they're just kind of slowly making their way towards the kitchen. And they call back over the shoulder.
She can't get out of the blankets.
Oh my god.
It was a strength save. She is stuck here.
It's like when you put like a small kitten under the bed covers. It's just like I can't. How do I get out? Help.
Yeah.
Help.
Also, like, angry kitten is probably the right term to describe her right now because there is probably something that sounds like hissing and spluttering coming from her.
Oh my fucking god. As they hear that hissing and spluttering, you're just gonna hear, yeah, just make yourself comfortable. Yeah, we'll just get you like a cup of tea or like left. Amy, do we have any food left? Let's check the cabinets. I'm sure I've left something. Amy, you've better left something for her. You can't have eaten all the food, Amy. Come on. Well, I'm sure I haven't eaten everything. And you just hear them fade off as they go into the kitchen. You hear like a clatter crash again, and like a weird kind of chugging noise, like a which you do not recognise.
No, I think she has shouted back something along the lines of, well, I can't exactly get more comfortable since you've dumped a whole bunch of pillows and blankets on me.
Excellent, we're glad you're comfortable. We're very happy that you are, make yourself at home and comfortable. Obviously, it is your home and you should be comfortable inside your home. Yes, we'll be just out in a moment. Let's just get you some tea, shall we? And I'm gonna roll. What should I roll to make me sleight of hand? Because I'd like this is funny. Nice.
That's a nat 20.
They can make a damn good cup of tea. I think I know why actually. So I'm gonna say by the time they get back, you have gotten yourselves out of the blankets. But as before you do hear more of the crash bang clatter noises coming from your kitchen. And they come out of the kitchen. I do have to roll. I have to do this every time. I've got to.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I know why. Cool. So they come out of the kitchen, and just as you've gotten the blankets and pillows and stuff off your head, and you turn your head towards the kitchen, and Eeny, Miny, and Mo have come out. Miney has in his mouth a plate of what looks like small little shortbread biscuits and such. Mo has got like a saucer and a teacup balanced on his head, and and Eeny's just Amy's just got like a weird bag of something. You don't know what that is, but Amy has got a bag of something, and they have tried to very carefully come across the room and not spill anything, but I'm really sorry. Mo kind of goes his head a little bit as they almost stumble on something, and a little bit of tea slops out onto the floor. It's like a single bit of the floor that's not got junk on it. Now it's got like a tea stain on there. I'm really sorry.
That's all right. She does have prestidigitation. Unfortunately, I don't know how much help that is going to be while the floor is still covered in junk.
But yeah, sorry, Crystal. They eventually make their way over to you, and I've got to do. I'm gonna make so many rolls for them because I think it's funny if they. I'm really sorry. It'd be hilarious if they mess
No,
things up.
this is hilarious.
Okay. Despite the fact that they were tripping over their own feet, stumbling across the room over their junk, trying to get to you, the minute they step into that circle, with much grace and poise, they slowly bend their heads down, and Mo, with some kind of grace, just slides the saucer off the bridge of his nose, deep neck, thing down in front of you, and Eenie plops the bag next to you, and Miney just tucks the plate of shortbread biscuits next to you, and they say, "Right, Crystal, you just leave this to us, all right? This mess will be cleaned up in a jiffy." Yeah, no. This this is just temporary stuff. We're sorting through most of the stuff we've collected from our adventures, see, and well, we're kind of seeing well what stuff well, that we think you would want to maybe keep because some of it might be magical, some of it might not be magical. Most of it is actually probably just junk, but some of it could be magical, and we think that might be of interest to you. For example, and they do a little ta-da at the three boxes in front of you. And say, well, we picked these up while we were doing our rounds. While we weren't here, we kind of had a few little odd jobs between. We found these just sort of, sitting there, and it was an empty tomb of sorts. So we thought we'd just, get a quick yank. And I mean, no one's going to miss them really. It just is what it is. So, you might find something you like in there. And I'm gonna roll a quick
Just
intelligence.
let me get this straight. You brought unknown magical objects into my apartment.
Sorry,
Oh,
Crystal.
that is a 0.
That was an intelligence save. Oh, okay. That was a nat one, and they have a -1. That's a 0, people. Oh, okay. Look at you, deadpan in the face. Well, not deadpan actually. They look at you and they are very excited, Crystal. They are very excited. They nod their heads eagerly, like, yeah. We know you love all these magical items, sort of things, or you like examining things. You're a researcher and stuff. Aren't you? You like doing this sort of stuff. So we thought we'd just, help you out and bring you some things to research if you wanted to do that. You've got to spread out your workload. You can't just do the one thing all the time. It drives you batty. So we brought you some more things to look at. And they're looking at you with the biggest smiles on their faces, like butter wouldn't goddamn melt because it won't, because they have no thoughts. There is nothing going on.
Oh. Okay, that
Crystal.
was another with save, so
Oh,
she,
okay.
she doesn't explode at them. I think she closes her eyes, takes in a deep breath, takes a sip of the tea that you have passed her, which is actually pretty good.
Yes,
Um,
indeed.
and she's go, all right. And she's going to take a look at the boxes.
Cool. So we have we have 4 boxes. So we
That's an investigation.
cool. Okay, so there were originally 4 boxes. And you look at the first one. Would you look at the ones that's been opened, or would you just look at the closed ones?
I think she would have a look at the open one first, probably.
Okay. So you look at the open one, and it's just like a small wooden crate. It's not very big. It's kind of what you would find transport like small goods and such. Not a large crate, but just like a small one that you get like I don't know like you could put man, I'm struggling for words on this one. Like it's something you would put like for lack of a better description, like a chicken or a bird, if that makes sense. It's that kind of size. It's not
Yeah.
very large, and it didn't actually. It had like a simple latch, like it was just like a latch key sort of thing. It had like a keyhole, or like it just had like a hole where a metal rod would sit in to keep it locked, and you can surmise that the metal rod is now somewhere in your room. And the thing that almost hit you as you came in was probably what was in this box, because the box is now empty. Um, and I'm not going to make you roll investigation for all these boxes. I'll just give you like a summation. Um,
Thanks.
that's right. You look around at the other three boxes. One is like a proper gilded chest. It's a lot bigger. It's more rectangular. It's very faded. You can tell it used to be painted red and gold. The gold etching has now faded way out past green. That's just like a blunt black, and the red flaking on it
Hmm.
has just kind of just it's flecked off. It's so flecked. There's nothing left. It's just kind of gone back down to like the wood and the stone, the bare bones that make up this chest. Next one is it's like the size of a let me see actually. Yeah, it's just the size of a jewelry box. It's kind of weird. It looks like glass, but with that roll, you can tell it's not glass. And there doesn't appear to
Hmm.
be a lock on it. There's like a little tab on the outside, but it doesn't seem to be locked. And the last one, let me see, where is the last one? That one, that one, that one. And last last one, the last one just seems to be like a cardboard box, like a moving box, like a parcel kind of box. It's taped up. It's got like brown parcel tape, and it's got like the "sit this way up" signs on it. And it does look a little soggy in some places, but yeah, those are the four boxes presented to you.
All right. I think yeah, so she'd started doing this as a way of like, all right. I need to calm down. I'm gonna just do what I do best and like take a look at things. And I think it these are very curious, and she's going to cast detect magic just to make sure if there is anything uh magical about them that she should be aware of,
Okay,
considering she highly doubts that Eeny Miny emoted that.
okay. So you cast detect magic. Is that specifically on these items, or is that a range of 30 feet you're going for?
It's a range of 30 feet.
Okay, cool. So Crystal, you cast detect magic, and so one of the boxes lights up. Actually, two of the boxes light up. The red and gold one is stays stays words come on. It stays dim. The glass one lights up, and so does the cardboard box.
Hmm.
Also, as you cast detect magic, did you roll? Actually, no, you don't have to roll that. You use this for a reason. You can actually see in the junk piles around your room, white spots just light up at random around this room. So there are definitely some more magical artifacts in here. You don't know what they are.
Oh,
They're in
goody.
here. Most of it is junk, but there is some magic in here. You just don't know what it is.
Uh, the spell does give me the school of magic, if any, around the different items.
Okay, give me a moment. So around the room, man, I just need to check the schools of magic. Sorry, give me a second.
It's all good.
I didn't actually go too deep in terms of the magical stuff. I probably should have.
That's fine. Like, you can just give me like as much or as little information as you want. And this is more like flavor, I guess, because she's trying to check and make sure everything's all right. Like,
Okay,
trying to figure out as much as she can from this.
okay. So I will say the stuff around the room. You think there's like there's a few illusionary stuff. There's like there's like enchantment, illusion, probably some conjuration, a transmutation or two object around there. You're not quite sure. You think there might be a necromancy object. You can't quite tell because there's a lot of other magical stuff. I will say with the School of Magic, for the other two, some you can't quite tell the type of magic, but you do know that it's got like sort of a trigger system on the other two boxes.
They both have trigger systems.
Yeah, so basically with the detect magic, it means in terms of trigger system, if you do something, something will happen, but you don't know what.
Yeah, yeah. She's probably something to do with opening them would be her guess, considering that Eenie, Miny, and Mo got them into her apartment. All right.
Yeah, I will say while you're doing this, Eenie, Miny, and Mo are looking at you, and they say, "Well, if I don't know what you wanted us to do exactly here, Crystal. We can help you out if you like. Or if you want, we can get started on sorting out all this nonsense." And Mo just kind of swivels their head in a circle around the room. And he continues.
Um, I will mention just quickly that when she casts detect magic, the crystal around her neck does begin to glow, and her eyes also glow white, so they can tell that she is casting something.
Okay, I'm gonna roll Arcana just to see if I can figure it out. If you get a nat 20 in this, I'm gonna scream. No, you get a nat 1. That's what I fucking thought. That's what I fucking thought. You absolute himbos. Yeah,
Oh god.
just you just hear Mo go. "Ooh, that's pretty nifty magic. It's magic, isn't it, Crystal?" No, you sure it's magic? It could just be like a special effect. I mean, have you seen Crystal? And he just kind of gestures up and down at Crystal's whole structure. Which, if people don't know, Crystal is kind of like a mosaic kind of style toon. She's very pretty, but also she looks like she's made of stained glass mosaic. And
Mm-hmm.
the fact that she glows, Eni just thinks probably it's just kind of part of her whole shtick, man. It might just be a crystal thing. It might not even have anything to do with magic. Sometimes she glows, so what?
Yeah, I mean, tunes have done weirder. I will give them that.
Yeah, exactly. And Marnie's gonna roll his eyes, just like, fellas, does it matter what she's doing? She can do what she wants. I mean, obviously, if you want our help, Crystal, we can help you out. Or as we said, you know, if you want us to get started on cleaning up this nonsense, he says. And if you're not gonna stop them, they are probably just gonna get up and start trying to clean up the room.
I think she will mention don't open the uh that one and that one. Be careful with them. They are definitely magical. And then she's sort of gonna maybe direct them. It's only concentration for 10 minutes, but I think she might try and point out some of the other objects that are magical, so that Eenie, Miny, and Mo can sort of separate them from the rest of the junk.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna have to roll something for that. While you do that, they say, "All right, sweet fellas, we actually did get some." Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll. I've got to roll stealth, and you can roll a perception if you want, because I think they will probably have enough wherewithal to not shout this out. That's a nat one. You don't even have to roll, Crystal Man. You don't even have to roll if you don't want.
I
Do you want to roll?
will probably roll just anyway because that's funny.
Okay. Just in case you somehow get lower than this. God, this is great. I love it when we put these two together, just amazing things happen. So, despite the fact that they are not at all being quiet, with would you say Crystal is just distracted at this point, that they're not paying attention to anything Imanium is saying?
Probably they're more focused on because they know that detect magic has a time limit and it does require spell slots. So I think she is been trying to like memorize the objects that she can see because God, she's not going to try and like wade through them in time to get to them all. Because that went so well getting to this point in the middle in the first place. And so, yeah, she's just like tuned them out and is like, all right, it's that one and that one and that one and that one. And like, sort of just.
That was an insight. I was going to see if they could figure out, like, you were trying to concentrate. They do not. They are too busy being very proud of themselves. I will say for the viewers, what they were going to say, they were going to say, oh, hell yeah! Fantastic, fellas, we actually got some magical stuff. Oh, I think Crystal's going to really like some of these, don't you think? So long as they're not incredibly dangerous. Oh, she might like the danger. You know what she's like. She likes her weird things. Are you sure that's not you, Mo? No, I'm pretty sure it's Crystal. No, actually, I'm pretty sure it's Enoch. No, I'm pretty sure it's you, Miney. And they just kind of go off. And they're gonna go and try and pick up these items. I'm gonna roll a quick. I'm just gonna roll a straight intelligence to see how well they do here, with advantage because you are pointing them out.
Yeah, you can definitely have advantage for that.
Cool, that's good. I like that one.
That's not bad.
I don't like that one so much.
We'll go with
cool,
the
cool,
15.
Cool. So, basically, I will say, they do go around and they manage to get most of these things, and they just kind of bundle them. Actually, yeah, they just kind of bundle them in like one separate little corner away from everything else.
Crystal's gonna be, don't drop them.
Freeze. I'm gonna have to roll sleight of hand because they need to do this gently. Please, fellas, do this gently. If you don't, there are going to be consequences. You know there are going to be consequences. Okay.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I
So
mean, it would have been funny, but also.
Look, they have very good control over their neck muscles. They know how to be gentle. They quickly set the bundle of items in a corner. They've somehow cleared out, and just this is now the magic pile corner. And yeah, that's done. There are no more no more magical items that you can detect are in the piles. Yeah, now it just leaves you, your bookcase has been disturbed, and obviously these items here, these boxes.
Yeah, and the kitchen, which she is very much. I think she's just like, I will leave that for when I have the strength
Yeah,
to face it.
You hear a weird gurgle, gurgle, gurgle noise coming from it now. Don't worry about that. Also, I will say that 15 did also go behind you and pick up what almost hit you. It looks like a piece of paper or like a long scroll of some sort, and they're gonna just move that into the magic pile as well. And Crystal, you've got your detect magic up. This thing isn't actually magical. It's a piece of scroll parchment something, but it's not magical.
That's fine. She could deal with that later. I think for now she's just gonna turn the detect magic off because it's starting to give her a headache.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to see if they can tell you've got a headache because, yes. Look.
I mean, it's hard to tell if it's from the detect magic that there's so many magical items in her apartment, or whether it's from the company.
Yeah. Oh, it's a 21. That's nice. So yeah, okay. So do you have like any visible signs, or are you just like sighing?
I think there's she closes her eyes, the glow fades out, and she does sort of like rub the like across the top of her forehead like for a moment as she opens them again.
Okay. Give me a moment. Where is this? Oh, they would. Oh, they would. They're silly. They can do that. They see you kind of rubbing your head, and they're gonna come back over towards you. I need to roll another one of these. Cool. Decently. Yeah, they step through the room. They come back towards you, and Eni's gonna lean his head down beside you, and he's actually going to whisper, "Crystal, you seem not be faring too well. Are you sure you're up doing this?" And he gestures towards the boxes. Money continues. Yeah, you don't have to do all this now. We can sort this out. We caused the mess. So we're more than happy to clean up after ourselves. If you want to go, just lie down. You can go and do that. We can sort this out. No problem. And you can roll insight if you want.
Sure, I will do that. Oh, that's pretty good.
Considering how she usually rolls with insight, that is pretty damn decent. Okay, you have that insight. You can tell they are actually kind of guilty that they made this much of a mess. You can kind of see it pretty clearly on their faces. Um, they're just kind of like shuffling a little bit and looking around the room, and you could tell they were telling the truth earlier when they said they were going to clean this up. But they just forgot, and they got really excited about gathering their stuff for you, and they just forgot, and now they feel really bad, and they kind of just really want you to like rest and stuff.
Okay, I just this is just this like frustration in Crystal because she's like, why? How do they do this? How can they be so infuriatingly annoying? And then I feel bad about telling them off.
It's their charm. It's how they roll.
But no, she's not going to lie down because one, she's up for this. Two, she's not sure she wants to have a look at what her bedroom looks like at the moment because she is now aware they have been in there. And three, like hell, she's going to leave them alone here to do this.
Fair enough. Okay.
So, she says, "No, it's fine. Just got a slight. There's detect magic can cause headaches, or if there is a lot of magic around, it'll be fine. Just give me a couple of moments."
They just look at each other kind of slowly, just see them kind of side eye each other, and then just all three in unison slowly nod their head and say, "Well, all right, if you're sure, yeah, we respect your opinion. You're an adult. You can do what you like. We're not gonna make you do anything you don't want to do."
Gee, that is so kind.
Yes, I know, we do try. I mean, we are really good. After all, we're heroes. I mean, we wouldn't be very good heroes if we weren't very kind, now would we? And they just sort of pop their chest out a little bit. And
That was definitely sarcasm given the amount of times they have probably taken her on training
oh,
against
buddy.
her will.
Oh, you think they recognise sarcasm? Do you? Do you now? Oh gosh. Yeah, they're gonna look at you and say, "Well, you tell us which one you want to deal with, and if you think anything is dodgy about it, we can prep ourselves and get ready to handle whatever comes out our way. Oh, don't you worry about anything, Crystal. If anything pops up, we'll give them the 1-2. I'll show you that." And they're getting quite revved up now about these boxes.
Oh god, okay, I just need to like check out my spells for her and spell slots.
I like how you're just so damn prepared for this. You're like, okay, something is about
This
to
is what
happen.
she does.
Man. Right, so which one is
Okay, because the thing
this?
is, she has Dispel Magic, but it's a third
Ooh,
level spell.
okay. Okay. I mean, you can use that if you want. I won't stop you.
Uh, because that's the thing is like it's kind of hard to tell whether she should be using that or not, because
Um,
essentially like um it might not work for one. But if it's a magic effect that is trigger, then it probably is not something that is very nice.
I mean, I'm going to leave this completely up to you because obviously with the role you had earlier, you do know that it's a trigger response. You don't know what it's going to be. You can roll investigation again if you like, or Arcana.
I might roll an Arcana.
Yeah. Otherwise, we will be sitting and waiting for Crystal to make a pick. Yes, there we go. Cool. So with that Arcana, you look at you put the old red and gold test out of your mind for now, and you turn towards the other two. And with the Arcana, you can tell. Usually with Arcana, you can kind of some magic users can feel like malevolent aura. You can tell when something is a bit not kosher, no good, touchy,
Hmm.
bad. You look at these two things and you you look at the glass one and oh, that's probably not great thing to touch. You don't get a sense of malevolence, but you don't get like a positive vibe from it either. It's a very kind of
Hmm.
neutral. That's just like like something happened. Like it's kind of like a latch, like open a latch, door open kind of thing. And then you look at the cardboard box, and there's kind of like a expectant buzz. Like it feels like some kind of it feels like something you would feel waiting in a surprise birthday party for someone. Like it's like you're one person in a room full of people waiting for the birthday boy or birthday girl or birthday person to arrive, and you just have surprise. It gets that sort of vibrated, excited feeling.
So not dangerous, just
No.
surprise.
Yes.
All right. Then I think I'm gonna roll another athletics.
Okay.
Actually, she's still kind of bundled up in blankets, so yeah, I'll roll an athletics.
No. Well, okay, yeah. For listeners, Crystal had a -2 marked, and they rolled a 3. They got an unnatural 1. Hey, Crystal, what were you gonna do?
She's trying to move away from the boxes.
Oh,
Well, for
Crystal.
one, get out of the blankets that she's in and move away. Like move back across the room because there's a bunch of stuff there.
Okay, so instead of moving away, Crystal, what happens? You try to get up, and the kind of a stumble and a wobble, you kind of accidentally kind of stumble forwards and slam into both of these boxes, and
Oh, good.
two things happen at once. Give me a moment. Eeny, miny, and mo. Go. Crystal, hang on, watch out! And they're gonna do like action hero pose. It's all like in slow motion. They just kind of jump forward, very, very slow mo, and this is gonna be a.
I will say, she probably is also casting shield at the
Okay.
same time.
Oh no, I've got to do something then. Because if you're casting shield and they're jumping forward, man, wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny? Okay, yes, it would be funny. I'm gonna say with that 9, it's under a 10. Basically, they jump forward, and you cast shield for whatever effect coming out of the chest you've knocked over. Because yeah, you have triggered both of these things with that knock. Himo have basically jumped forward to try and cover you from this. You cast shield, they go boom boom from this and go flying over the room, and you hear a against the wall as they fly
Oh.
back. You also um you also hear a and you hear as something splats against the top of the shield. And you also hear a ding, 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 from the other one, the other box. Now, I don't know
Oh
what
god.
position Crystal is in. Are you face planted on the floor? Are you looking at these things? Give me a little visual here, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. I think what happened was that she tripped over the blankets that she was still sort of like half burritoed under.
Mm.
And so she's probably on her side. If she knocked into them, then yeah, I think she's probably facing them. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. You basically face these things, and there is there's something weird on your shield. Um, it's like a red and yellow smear that goes all the way down from the top of the shield down to the side, and like like little pieces of like red and gold and green and blue and yellow, like little flakes of something stuck in there. And and you follow it to the floor, and there is just there's what appears to be a bun and just a little hot dog, sad and lonely, out of its bun, rolls
Oh.
very slowly into the junk pile away from you, Crystal. It's making its break. Basically, what happened there is in the cardboard box there was basically a surprise, and it was just confetti, and a hot dog was supposed to spring out and just land in front of you. You cast shield, so it landed on your shield instead, along with the confetti. Um, as for the glass box, it made the very pretty kind of music box noise, and does kind of look like a music box, and there's something inside of it. Um, you can tell it's red and it's white, but glass is actually quite shiny, so you can't get quite a good look unless you go to move towards it.
Honestly, this is what she gets because she was planning on letting Eenie, Miny, and Mo just open the cardboard box without telling them anything.
They would have loved that. It would have caught that hot dog. You know it would have. I'm going to roll a con save actually while they're against the wall. What is it? Is that
I
a
think
minus or a plus? Oh, it's a plus.
I think she will call out.
Okay.
Are you guys all right?
You hear a, yeah, we're alright. Yeah, it's not the first box of the noggin we've had. Yeah, it won't be the first, and it won't be the last. And they kind of just stagger to their feet. And maybe this hits a bit of deja vu in you because this is not the first time they've bonked their heads against something. It might be the first time you've met this has happened as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from basically everything is open now except for the large red and gold chest. That actually does have a padlock on it. It's not a huge
Mm.
one. It's just like a small padlock, but it's sturdy. It's like sturdy steel. Yeah, you can either look what's in the glass, little glass jewelry box, or you can look at the chests, or you can look at the bookcase.
Mm.
You've got so many options. It's up to you what you do. You've so many options.
I think she's gonna call out to Edie Money Mo because that did not sound very reassuring. Just all right. Just stay put until the world stops spinning. And gonna let the shield drop and like the confetti and stuff to like sort of fall to the floor around her.
Okay.
And I think she's going to investigate the glass box.
Oh my god. I just imagine the state of a fucking carpet. It's just there's a tea stain, there's a hot dog, and there's tomato and mustard and confetti on your floor now, girl.
She'll get to it later.
This is a classic college dorm room. I'm just normalizing Crystal's room. That's what they're doing.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. What are you doing? Sorry, sorry, Candle. What did you say Crystal was doing?
She was checking out the crystal box.
Cool.
Yeah.
Roll me. Okay. Yeah. So you go into the crystal box. And you look at it, and yeah, it's kind of weird. Inside there is a mirror on the top, like you typically get from a jewelry box, and there's not like any like slots, like you get those like ring slots to put rings in, or like tiny little nook places for like bracelets in little pens. None of that. There's just like a small weird little pedestal in the middle. It's just like a slim stalk in the middle, and then there's a very thin disc that looks like a kind of like a stand. And on the top of this crystal, there's a strange looking orb of some sort. We're not quite sure what this is, but you can see it's red on the top and it's white on the bottom. Um, there is a band going around the middle. That looks to be it could have been white, it could be steely grey. You can't quite tell at the moment because the light refracting off of the glass is making it kind of difficult to see. You do
Mm.
also see there is a white button. It looks like a button in the middle.
Oh. Oh god, I know what this is.
Oh, oh, do you now?
I
Kieran?
know what it is. I think I know what it is. But Crystal would not have any idea. So I think she's gonna call up. Where did you get this?
Yeah, we just found them in like caves and stuff. Yeah, we go exploring in all sorts of places. Like behind waterfalls and down into caverns and into ravines. And sometimes we accidentally raid a dragon's nest. We didn't know the dragon still lived there, to be fair. Yeah, before the dragon was gone, the dragon wasn't gone. And you just hear them slur and mumble about weird places they've been. Good question. They've been kind of everywhere.
Right, so basically a non helpful answer.
Yeah, sorry. You expected me to be helpful, Crystal? Are you?
No, not really. I mean, it was a small hope, but.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's what you found in there, Crystal. That's what you got.
okay, well, yeah, I think she will put it down for now cuz
Cool.
that's yep, she doesn't know what that is, but she'll investigate it some more later. Um uh, okay, I'm going to roll a d2 for her.
I'm gonna roll another con. Oh, they're better now.
Okay. Well, that's the because she'd been deciding between like she's here in the middle of the space and there is one more box left to check out. But also like they definitely sounded like they weren't doing very well. So, but that would require having to move through the junk to them. But so that was the decision she was trying to like make, but with that role she just sighs and she's going to attempt to make her way towards them to see if they're actually all right.
Well, I will say, as you turn around to make your way towards them, you do see them start to stand up, and I'm gonna roll. They were not prone, so they got to do this at disadvantage. All right, that's a 10 already. That's good. Ten or a
10
10.
and an only 10.
It's just 10. And also a 10. They just took halfway. So what I
Yeah.
would say, um, Crystal kind of it's a lot of trash. Crystal's gonna struggle a little bit to get through this. But perhaps if Crystal trips and it's just as Eeny Miny Mo are standing up and he just kind of falls and they just quickly catch
Yeah.
her and stand her up and like, yeah, take it easy. It's a bit dangerous in here. Yeah, there's actually a lot more stuff in here than I thought. We first thought we didn't actually. We probably should have kept a list of all the things we actually found. Yeah, it might have made things a little bit easier to organise, don't you think? Yeah, maybe of the places too. We can't go places. Yeah, we go everywhere. We can't keep track of everything. Well, yeah, I know, but still, it would have been a bit useful, wouldn't it? And I'm gonna roll strength quickly.
Oh god. Yeah, she would have responded with a really? I hadn't noticed.
Cool. Do you wanna unless you want to contest this,
I don't know if she can contest it because even it only like unless she rolls a nat 20, which is still an 18.
okay, you can't contest it then. I'm so sorry. Crystal, you have been carried. Eenie, Mania, Mo have basically Eenie has just picked you up. What are you wearing, by the way? I could probably ask that.
Well, I'd say she's probably wearing her normal outfit, which is like a blue dress and um a grey sort of cardigan and her boots, which she has not taken off when she arrived because definitely was in too much of a hurry to see what on earth was happening. So yeah,
Yes.
that's what she's wearing at the moment.
That's also a smart decision because you have no idea what's on your floor at the moment, Crystal.
Yeah.
You really don't want to take your boots off, love. Okay, so Eenie basically, you feel something go down the back of your neck and collar, and Eenie has stuck his beak down your like back of your neck, pinched your dress and your cardigan, and just lifted you up by the back, like by the scruff, and they're just gonna carefully make their way back. Actually, you know what? Before they do, they're gonna stop and they're gonna and Miney and Mo are gonna look at you and say, "Crystal, is there anywhere in particular you want to go? Did you want to do it? Do you want to finish up with the boxes? Or yeah, did you want to? I think the bookcase is fine." And Mo just kind of gives your bookcase a sly little glance before looking back and saying, "It's up to you what you want to do. We can help you with that last one if you want." And he gestures towards the big, big, large box, a big wooden chest that looks like a treasure chest, proper treasure chest compared to the other two. Almighty says, "Oh, if you want, we can handle that one. We can just drop it by your bookshelf and we can sort it out. Yeah."
Yeah, I think she wants to deal with the bookcase after that. We think it's fine.
Yeah, it's probably a smart decision. Yeah, considering we don't actually know everything when it goes. We did try, mind you. We only knocked it over once, or well, yeah, once and a half technically. Well, yeah, that was only like a half knock though. We did catch it. We did catch it. So the book should all be in pretty much good condition. Yeah, pretty much a good condition. And they're just gonna natter at you as they walk over.
Oh
Actually
god.
did it decently, and they just
It's such a good thing that those are only like her quote unquote hobby books. Like most of the really important stuff that she needs for her research, she keeps in her hammer space.
smart girl. Smart lass. But yeah, they pop her in front of the bookcase. They have admittedly there was like some trash near the bookcase. They have just like lifted up one foot and they just like scoop it like and you hear like a crunch and something crunches that way and then they just kind of really pop you down and say, right, well if you want to stick with this, yes, I need to get your cardigan out of my mouth, oh, goodness gracious, and turn around and head back towards the other chest. Yeah.
Yeah, she will mention to them that the chest is not magical. It's just locked.
Right, so a locked chest there. That's not going to be a problem for us, is it, lads? No, absolutely not. Oh, we're going to crush it, and they're going to head towards it. I need to just check out something. I don't think
Well,
we
that was an
did.
investigation from Crystal for her bookcase.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, Crystal. Okay, so they
That's a
were
24 for the audience.
they were mostly telling the truth. Most of your books are fine. There are a few that have been put in a bit weirdly. There have been a few that have been put in like spine facing top of the bookshelf, or the spine's facing down, so it's like some of them are like semi-open. Some of them do have like slight little rips and stuff in them, and there's one that has there's something on that book, but you don't know what it is, but it's moving, and you don't know what that is. You might want to not touch that one, perhaps. But everything else looks fine, just in the wrong order. Like, they've just been haphazardly put onto this shelf, these bookshelves.
Um. All right. Well, she has Mage Hand, so I think she's going to cast that, and she's going to use that to, like, first rearrange most of them. Um, the the like there is a bit of like a distaste on her face seeing the state some of them are in, because these are her books.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Crystal, but they don't value books. They just don't.
Yeah. No, that's very fair. Like, just so yeah, there's like some of them she will like pull towards her, and she will take the time to like, um, she does have No, I don't know if she can cast Mage Hand and Prestidigitation at the same time, but they're both cantrips, so I don't know how long it'll take. Let's just say she's taking the time to take care of them. She can't mend them because she doesn't have mending, but she can at least get them sorted at some point. And she's just gonna rearrange most of them. Um, and now all she's got left to tackle is that one moving book. How is Eeny Miny Mo doing at the moment?
Okay, you can roll insight if you want. Let me see. So that was that, and that
No,
was.
that's her normal insight.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing. Yeah, you can't tell anything. You do. I will say you do see Miney's head quickly turn back around from where it was kind of looking at you, come over the chest, and you see them are they're just kind of squinting and looking at the chest, and they're just kind of all three heads are kind of circling around this thing. They've sat on the floor in front of it, like the squat bird position. They're just kind of like heads are kind of zigzagging like all around this chest exactly it. And they are going to try. If this works, I'm going to be interested. Okay, yeah, all right. And you're gonna see Marnie go, all right, fellas, watch your master at work, and you're gonna see Miney slowly dip his head towards the lock, and the tip of his beak is actually thin enough to reach into the keyhole, and you just see him slowly place his beak into the keyhole, and you just hear like a, and yeah, Miney's just lockpicked this thing open, and
Oh wow.
you just hear the lock falls to the floor. It's like, hey, fellas, I still got it. Yeah, well done, Marty. You're pretty good at the whole being a little thief thing. I'm not a thief. This is just something you need, just in case you get locked in a cellar by an evil wizard. Why is it going to be a wizard that's evil? Why can't it be a warlock? Oh, warlocks are evil by default. Well, now that's just offensive, I think. And they're just going to keep mashing each other as they open this chest.
Crystal is almost impressed.
Almost.
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 Almost enough to make up for, what they've done to her apartment. No, not really.
Oh, nothing will ever be enough for that. So is Crystal focusing on her bookcase or still back on Eeny Money Mo?
Um she's she had been turning to ask them about the thing that was in the bookcase, but I think at the moment she's just watching, um you know not because she cares about them at all and wants to make sure they're okay.
Tsundere as hell. Tsundere. As someone that also plays a semi Tsundere character, I understand you, Crystal. Okay, cool. So you hear kind of like a, and you see the box kind of rattle backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, and then with like a, you see all three heads poke out from behind. The back of the box box was facing you, so you couldn't see their heads as their heads were inside the chest, and you were just seeing the lid, and you see all three heads back out, and you hear a and roll me a quick con, please. A
Oh,
big old
good.
wave of dust has just come out of this thing.
Oh, that's great. She has no modifier on that one. Oh, it's not that. This is pretty good though.
Have a look. All right, yeah. Congratulations. You don't sneeze and you don't drop any of the books or anything like that. You don't knock the bookcase over by accident. That's great.
I think I mean Dust.
Yeah,
She's a book nerd. I bet you she's probably used to like picking up dusty old tomes.
true. That is very true. Sometimes, look, as someone that is also a kind of a book nerd, sometimes dust is just a nice smell. Like sometimes you like
Hmm.
dust. It shows the age. It's like dust on a bottle of wine, except wine tastes gross and books are just good.
I unfortunately cannot relate because I'm allergic to dust.
Oh, I pat you, Candle. Oh, I pat you so softly. I'm so sorry. Gosh dang, that's a horrible thing to be allergic to. Oh
Yeah,
man.
it's ever present.
Ugh, I pat you so much. Um, Fortunately, Crystal is not allergic to dust, so she is fine.
Yep.
And Crystal, you see them very slowly, as the dust begins to settle, you see them very slowly holding something in their beaks. At least Marnie and Mo are, and Enie's head's kind of tilted back a little bit like, well, that certainly is something. My goodness. Well, and he looks kind of awestruck.
Okay, that has perked her curiosity. And she's not sure she wants to. Yeah, I'm gonna roll a d2. Okay, apparently she is going to brave the floor.
Oh my gosh. If you want, you can say that she sorts the bookcase out first. If you want, just
Oh, she's already sorted the bookcase out. It's just that one book remaining that she hasn't touched yet
okay.
that she wanted their um
I
what
mean,
is it from them first. So
if
yeah.
she's still got Mage Hand, she could pick it up and read with her if she wants.
She has Mage Hand, she might use it to get back to that because then
Okay,
she's also not next to the bookcase.
fair enough.
Give me one moment.
That's right. Go for it. Candle has popped off. Who was saying hello, smell? Who was sitting in the gallery, listening to us live, and we're having a good jive, and everything is fine, except it's not because Zany, Manny, and Mo have caused a mess, and now they have to clean it up. It's distressing Crystal, and oh man, she's having a funky good time. And that's my song.
Back.
Hi, you got
That
that
was a
just in
very cool
time.
song.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I didn't know if you heard that or not. Okay.
Oh god, that was her athletic skip back.
Oh, Crystal. They can't save you. They can't reach you. They're holding something. I'm sorry. You just fall. You have to crawl through this stuff, or you just stumble through it and you come out. You do make it through, but there is a banana peel stuck to you. There's something. You know there's definitely a banana peel under your shoe, and there is something sticking to the back of your leg, and you don't want to know because it's just kind of sticky. You just
I think she's gonna cast prestidigitation on herself because ew, no.
you just hear a and you see you see like a slice of pizza just fall back into the pile and just slowly get enveloped by the rest of the other stuff.
Oh, she
It's
hates that. She hates that so much.
Enie's gonna look at you and say, "Oh, that's what, see, I told you I didn't eat that slice. I told you it got away from me. You can't blame that one on me." And Miney and Mo are just gonna roll their eyes, and Enie's gonna look at Crystal and say, "Oh, Crystal, come have a look at this. I think, well, I don't know how you feel about, well, oaths or fashion. I really don't know, but I think perhaps you might like this one.
Yeah, should I roll something? Like, she's just sort of not going to say anything to that and just sort of like have a look.
No, you don't have to roll. I will just tell you straight up. Yeah, Miney and Mo are holding in their beaks very gently, and Eni is looking at this thing with like great awe and respect. This is an old blue gown. Like this is like an old blue
Hmm.
ball gown, and you can tell this thing has it's got like a white, not a white, it's like a clear gauzy train that goes from the back, and it's got a strange like a tail that drags on the floor, you know, those kinds of dresses. And there's an overlay, like a gauzy overlay of clear fabric that's got strange like little flowers and other strange like little symbols and patterns woven into it with the flowers, and it kind of stitching crawls up the back of this thing, and it spreads up from the spine and goes along the back of the arms and then twirls around over to the forearms and wraps around the forearms to um, end at the end of the cuffs. And it's just a very nice blue gown.
But yeah, there's a sort of blink, blink. Oh. And I think there is sort of like she does sort of like um reach out to sort of like touch it, because you know when you come across something like that and your first instinct is to feel.
Yes. Um, you reach out to touch it, and it feels incredibly silky and smooth. Like it feels almost, it's not water, because water slips through your fingers. This feels like water that sits. It feels like water that's calm, that wants to sit on your palm, and it wants to let you touch it. It wants to just
Hmm.
it wants to be felt. This gown, this gown just feels really nice to touch. It's just smooth and nice and almost like air and like water, and yeah, it's just a nice gown.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go something along the lines of like, this stitchwork is gorgeous. It's really well made. And just like run her fingers along the embroidery and the seams, and just just l- looking it over with like a critical eye, because yes, it is really really gorgeous, but also there's just something really nice about looking at how something that's not from your um like, that you're not used to, how it's made and how it
Mm.
works, sort of thing.
Yeah, as you say, it's really nicely made. Eni looks towards you and says, "Oh, isn't it just? I mean, you can tell usually with these sorts of things. You can usually tell if it's handmade, if it's made by machine. I know some people use sewing machines these days, but there's nothing like a good needle and thread. And really, if you just look at these parts," and he's just sort of slowly pointing, then he's like, "Miney, just tilt your head just a little that way. That's right. No, the other way. No, be gentle with it. Don't you dare rip this thing. I will tear you. I will end you if you rip this thing." And it's just basically kind of he's getting incredibly excited over this dress, and he's just kind of like pointing out all the like all the how the stitching was put together, and like how the folds are made, and how the effect of he starts to say, it's as if you were to wear this, it would be like you were walking through a waterfall. It'd be like as you were walking, a waterfall would come behind you. See, look. And Miney and Mo are just gonna give a look to Miney and Mo, and they're just gonna go, and they're just gonna slowly shake their head from side to side. And as they do that, you can actually see the back of the dress kind of move from side to side like a snake, like a fishtail, kind of like both, but kind of like neither. But also, it is kind of like a water, like a river flowing, but also like a waterfall crashing down. It's so it's hard to describe. It's just something incredibly smooth, and you get an incredible sense of this is this is water given this is water given
Form.
form. Yeah, sorry, words are hard at the moment.
No, that's fair. No, I get what you mean.
I'm gonna try and post something. This isn't exactly what it looks like, but this is something similar to what it looks like. It has longer sleeves,
Oh,
and front is there's more layers. There's like more cut layers, and the way it flashes out around, that's all to the back, if that makes sense. So
mm.
something like
Um,
that.
I will have to give you a fun fact
Okay,
about that dress you just posted once we've done this, but that's really
okay,
cool.
cool. I have eyes, but sure.
Um, yeah, it's like Crystal's usually not one for like because clothes practical, and she's not a social person.
Yeah.
um but like I think she has been like she is really actually fascinated by the way that this dress is made, and also is actually really really interested in like um Eni's explanation of it. Like she didn't know that they knew about this sort of thing, and that's actually really interesting. And so she's just sort of like continuing to like look at it and just take in what they're saying. Like, wow, that's actually really cool.
I'm gonna roll something here. 'Cause boys, don't fail me now, please. Don't fail me now, please. If you roll low on this, I'm going to be so upset with both of you, with all of you, really. Of course. Hey, cool.
do
Never
you
mind. Don't worry about
do
it.
you want to roll with advantage?
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. No, no.
Dice Pass said four and only four.
Only for oh gosh, damn it. Oh well. Oh pecking well. Never mind then. Yeah. So basically, yeah, Edie's just gonna go off at you about the stitching and the line work and how it flows like a like water given form, and how you can tell this is made definitely by hand because there's no way a machine could make these sorts of things. And by the way, it was locked in an old chest in a cavern. There's no way they had machines back then unless they did. And it's just Enie's just gone off. And while Enie is doing that, you're going to see Miney and Mo just very gently drape the dress over the lid of the chest, which they've shut now, and it's just going to rest there. And Enie's just going to keep going and talking at you. Miney and Mo are going to look at each other, and they're going to look at you and say, "Still, I don't really know what else you want us. I mean, obviously we need to clear up the rest of this stuff." And Miney does a head circle stuff, which there is still a lot of junk around your apartment. And Mo continues, but Annie's kind of gone off on one now, as he does when he gets excited about something. To be fair, we you do that too, Mo. Well, yeah, we when we're about certain things. Oh, it's okay, fine, we all kind of do it. No, Annie's very excited about this thing, and well, I mean, he doesn't often get very excited about things. Crystal, I'm sorry if you want to clean this up, we'll just head on out and we'll just leave you to it, yeah. And I'm gonna start to get up, and Enie's just still going. Enie's just still going and
I
talking.
think I think she's going to blink at that and be like, uh no, it's fine actually. You don't have to go. I think this is probably going to take a while. Hmm. Well, maybe maybe we should. Would you like? Do you want some? to take a break and get some food and then maybe get back to it.
At the mention of food, you hear Aini kind of stop mid-roll and go, "Oh, food! That sounds actually really good. Actually, I could go for an apple pie, or a meat steak, or more apples, or apple juice and meat steak. And I could go for an apple." And he just starts talking about different dishes that they can go for now, like apple and milk and chocolate and custard, not all together, except maybe all together. That could be that could be for another day. Anyway, and Manimo just not paying that. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a little bit for us to actually clean up the whole thing, unfortunately. As they look around, and they continue.
The you don't say.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's going to take a little while. I know it is going to take a little while. I agree with you completely, Crystal. Yeah, so maybe get a break and get some food might be an idea, and we can come back to it. And well, at least you know what's magical and what's not. It's now just about clearing out the rest of it, all right? And Roy says this with a rather cheerful grin.
Just um you guys they can roll insight on Crystal if they would like.
Oh, you know what's going to happen.
Oh.
Oh, okay, fine. That's good. What?
um there is she does roll her eyes, but there is a very small smile in that she's a lot less upset about everything right now, and she's actually in a fairly good mood, so
Oh, the minute they see that, their smiles are gonna widen. Like mine is like, yeah, see, wasn't all that? Was it you who came in here doubting our abilities? I can't believe you do such a thing, Crystal. We are rangers and heroes. We know exactly what we're doing. We sorted this mess out proper, didn't we? We absolutely smashed it, didn't we, honey? Oh, we absolutely smashed it, Mo. And unfortunately, Eni's not joining in because he is still wondering about, maybe they want a fish dish. Oh, maybe they want apples with the fish dish. Oh, maybe they want apple custard instead. Oh, but what about apple custard and steak? That sounds really good. And
yeah. I think Crystal's gonna be like, don't ruin a good moment, come on.
and yeah, I mean, we've been going for about an hour and a half. We should probably close it on this then.
Yeah. They've sure got their work cut out for them, and there'll be time to unpack the what's on the bookshelf and what's in the kitchen and what did they do to her bedroom at another point. But for now, things she's actually like been able to, she you've definitely made her life more interesting. Not all of it has been bad.
Not all of it.
Not that she's ready to admit that yet.
Not all of it. Just, just, just a little bit. Just enough to make her, work a little bit for it. Just enough to drag her out of her research. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, yep.
It's been good for her. This is good for her.
Yeah.
This is character development on Crystal's half. She needs this.
She does need this, honestly.
Oh man, but yeah, thank you very much for playing with me, Candle. This was fun. This was a lot of
This was
fun.
so much fun. I love doing it like Crystal and Eeny Money and most stuff. It's just
Delightful.
the most fun.
It's so delightful. Oh man, I'm gonna have to drag you for another one because man, I just love these two, these four.
I mean,
Sorry, these four having a time. Yeah,
it's great.
yeah. I should probably say thank you to the listeners listening now and the listeners listening later, and the listeners of the future, past, present, and future. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This has been a blast. I hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope Candle had a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
I had so much fun.
This probably won't be the last you see of these four. Who
Nope.
knows what's to come in the future? But yeah, thank you for listening and goodbye, everyone. Farewell.
Bye.